Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 13, Episode 1 of Tainted Grail Red Death. We are playing the Red Death expansion. We just wrapped up Season 12, where we finished off Chapter 1. So we're going to dive into the Chapter 2 setup. I wanted to kind of show you some of these other minis here. This is the Sentinel here. We did a miniature paint through for this. Basically like an elemental thing. We've got water, we've got seaweed, we've got metallic. It's got his spear. It's also got, interestingly, like a crab shoulder armor and kind of like a crab. It looks like a crab, you know, when you're eating crab, this piece that comes out here. Yeah, but pretty cool. There's also some like foam and seaweed and waves. Just pretty cool mini. We're gonna get into Chapter 2 setup and gameplay right now. So let's jump right into it. We've got our characters on the board. We're in the old port. Chapter 2 setup is as follows. It says prepare the event deck. Find all the parts of Chapter 2. Now follow the instructions on the back of this card. So we've got our character decks set up. We've got our encounter decks set up. Guardians, if your miasma is low, our miasma is medium. Right here. So let's jump right into Chapter 2, Part 1. And we'll read this up and see our new quest. So it says, the way in. And the way in is as follows. Your first contact with a living being in this city caused only confrontation and brought few answers. So that was last round. If you want to go watch the last season, we did find one of our Chapter 1 Part 4 tasks was to find a living human in Canlan. We found them. So it says it brought few answers and only confusion. What was it doing here? Are there more creatures like this? The only way to find the answers is to head deeper into this accursed ruin. Leave the port area and find your way to the Merchant District at 420. Hint, the townhouse of the Merchant District are visible above the checkerboard of the walled-off mansions in 411. Okay, so 411 is that way. So we're going to make it back to the Penitence Ground. So place special event A on top of the event deck and place 1 to 6. So we're going to do special encounter A. Special encounter A. So we're going to put this on top here, and then we'll get our 6 minus 1 per character. So we've got 3 characters, so we only place 3 of our random events on top of that. So we'll do we'll basically put special random event 1, special event 2, special event 3. Okay, so special events on top of the A deck. We're looking for 420. So let's go ahead and we will move to the... Well, first we'll take our first random event. We get good weather, so our travel is light today. Put it here for now. And we're going to move into here. We're going to gain 1 terror when we enter this. Enter this one, and then we'll also move... Let's perhaps, since we're going to be going downward, it looks like, let's shift the board upwards a bit to keep things centered here. And we'll move to 411 down below there. So let's find 411. The walled-off mansions. Okay, so wall-off mansions are here. And let's all take we'll all take 1 life down for the walking that we get. And we have to gain that 1 terror as well. So all of us gain 1 terror. I did do an upgrade, some of the skills. I just upgraded some of our attributes just because we had tons of experience from the last round. We do have a bunch of food here from our fishing at the port. So let's go into the walled mansions. We've taken 1 down. It says, place 1 red marker on this location. Requires the wall cat status. Scout the wall top. Okay, so we don't have that status, wall cat status, but let's try to see if we can gain it. So our goal here again is to find the Merchant District 420, Mercantile District. We're going to start here at 411, the walled off mansions. Okay, so let's jump into it. It says, the wealthy owners of these gardened mansions used all resources at hand to protect themselves and their families from the plague. Tall barricades, walled-off alleys, and sealed entrances turned this place into a checkerboard of tall, impassable walls. The high townhouses of the Merchant District loomed to the west. Oh, do we see a... No, we don't see anything there to the west. But maybe we have to go... I don't know how we're going to go there. We can see them to the west. If you're playing Chapter 1, go to verse 7. Otherwise, read on. It says something punched through several mansion walls in this direction, creating a long tunnel. So, however, a tall improvised ladder someone left by one of the walls gives you a different idea. Scout the top of the wall, go to verse 2. Look into the hole in the wall, go to verse 4. Let's go scout the top of the wall. It sounds like the most basic thing to do. So we'll scout the top of the wall. It says, you secure the ladder against a sturdy mansion wall and begin to climb. Once you pull yourself over the edge of the top, a curious checkerboard panorama unveils before you. Even from up here, you notice many villas and mansions have been razed and looted. There are, however, many more nestled in wild gardens, separated from each other by tall walls, 100 small fortresses waiting for you. The top of the walls dividing them are narrow, and there are many gaps, but with some wood from the shanty town below and some elbow grease, you're certain you could turn into a private skywalk, giving you access to all parts of this strange district. If we don't have the wall cat status, each party member gains 1 experience. So let's gain that experience. I can replace these 4 with this. And then 1 experience and 1 experience. And we get the wall cat status. So wall cat status. The wall cat. Oh, wall cat status is not a card. Duh. Wall cat status is here. It's a status. So now we have that. Now I see a number of these things. If you have wall cat status, you can visit some of those mansions. So we'll just note that we have the wall cat status. And my pen is dead. Okay, wall cat status is there. I'll get us a new pen. Let's go on. It says exploration ends. Okay, so the exploration ends with wall cat status. I just want to see if we stay here next round. It means visit one of the outer mansions, require wall cat, and 2 red markers on this location. What do we put the red markers again for? Visit one of the outer mansions. How do we place red markers on this? That's something we have to figure out. So we have to find a way to this. So we have to find a way to how to place these red markers. Place 1 red marker on this. Oh, scout the wall tops. So we did scout the wall tops. So I guess that takes 1 other energy to do that. And we can place 1 red marker here as well. So we can leave it at that. We have 1 red marker. And I think now we can go, if we have 1 red marker, Okay, next round, let's grab one more red marker onto that. Before we jump out, quick shout out to this channel sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We've got the Omnibus Edition, Cat Journals, out of Lovecraft's Providence. This collects all 6 volumes of our August Moldenhauer, Giuseppe Balsamo, Sextology, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, and the other volumes. We've also got the Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga, digging deep into the underpinnings of why the Dune Saga is so appealing to us from a Jungian alchemy and a anthroposophical point of view. Up next, we've got the Artificial Psychoanalysis of Desiring Machines with a deep dive into the precursor to AI, which is the internet and cinema itself. Cinema, we talk about artificial intelligence. In this book, they talk about artificial memory, and cinema is kind of like our artificial memory. And then lastly, the new series, Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, taking place in the Lovecraft Dreamlands. We've got Volume 1, Aim Aimless, Aim Vicious, coming out in winter 2024, followed by Hope's Home, Hysteria's Heart, Volume 2, and Stubborn Devotions, Inventing and Forgiving. The first 3 of a massive fantasy, cosmic horror, Lovecraftian-themed dreamland saga from Pontos Fathom Press. Go check those out in the bookstore and other things. We've also got a Patreon. Please do like and subscribe. Your subscriptions and your comments help get what they call engagement on a channel, and that helps us grow the channel. We've got tons of Song of Ice and Fire gameplay, Song of Ice and Fire miniature painting, lots of Tainted Grail miniature painting out there, Cthulhu Wars, Cthulhu Death May Die, Battlestar Galactica, Joan of Arc, Conan by Monolith, War of the Ring, Game of Thrones. Go check out our website, and you can see all of our different playlists. You can also go check the playlists here on our YouTube channel. And if you're on Rumble, thank you so much. Like this on Rumble. We're starting to grow the Rumble channel a lot more because it seems it's more difficult just to have a vanilla, boring gaming channel on YouTube even. So thanks a lot, guys, for your support, and we will see you in round number 2. Take care. Bye-bye.